Picture this. It's the early 1970s. The Vietnam War has just delivered a shocking lesson to the United States Air Force. American pilots, flying what was supposed to be the most advanced jets in the world, were getting outmaneuvered by smaller, nimbler, Soviet-made MiGs. The US had bet big on heavy, fast, missile-loaded fighters, but dogfights were proving that raw power wasn't everything. Agility, visibility, and a pilot's connection to their aircraft could mean the difference between victory and defeat. This realization sparked a revolutionary question. What if the next great fighter wasn't bigger and heavier, but lighter, nimbler, and built entirely around the pilot? This idea wasn't born in a top-level meeting. It came from a small, rebellious group of engineers and analysts inside the military, later known as the Fighter Mafia. They argued against the establishment, pushing for a stripped-down, ultra-agile jet that could outturn anything in the sky. They envisioned a pure dogfighter, a machine that relied on maneuverability, not just missiles and speed. The Pentagon was skeptical at first, but the need for a new direction was undeniable. This led to the creation of the Lightweight Fighter Competition, an invitation for designers to build the future of air superiority. And from that competition, a legend emerged. A sleek, sharp prototype called the YF-16. Story didn't start with a perfectly planned ceremony, but with a near disaster that turned into a historic moment. On January 20th, 1974, during a high-speed taxi test, the prototype started to oscillate violently, shaking and drifting uncontrollably. The test pilot, Phil Ostriker, faced a split-second decision: either let the multi-million-dollar prototype crash, or do the one thing he wasn't supposed to do. He pushed the throttle forward and took off. What followed was a completely unplanned 6-minute first flight. It was flawless. Third, the way the jet handled, even in that emergency, convinced everyone watching that this aircraft was something truly special. It was a machine that just wanted to fly. Once it was officially approved for production, the F-16 shattered decades of aircraft design tradition. It was a jet built around the human body. First, it introduced the side-stick controller, Stetter. Instead of a large stick between the pilot's legs, a small, pressure-sensitive controller was placed on the right-hand console. This allowed for precise control even under crushing G forces. The pilot's seat was reclined at an unusual 30-degree angle, helping the pilot withstand the extreme maneuvers the jet was capable of. But the real magic was its fly-by-wire system. The F-16 was one of the first production aircraft to use computers to translate the pilot's inputs into control surface movements. This allowed designers to do something radical: make the jet intentionally aerodynamically unstable. An unstable aircraft can turn on a dime, giving it unmatched agility that a stable design could never achieve. The computers constantly make thousands of tiny adjustments per second just to keep it flying straight, freeing the pilot to focus on the fight. And to top it all off, designers gave it a frameless bubble canopy, providing an unparalleled 360-degree view. In a dogfight, seeing your enemy first is half the battle, and the F-16 gave its pilots eyes in the back of their heads. Its official name is the Fighting Falcon, but pilots around the world have a different name for it: the Viper. The nickname was inspired by the Colonial Viper starfighters from the popular sci-fi show Battlestar Galactica, which was a huge hit when the jet was first introduced. Since entering service in 1978, the Viper has become a global icon. It has served in the air forces of over 25 nations and is one of the most produced and combat-proven modern fighters in history. For more than 4 decades, it has been constantly upgraded with new radars, weapons, and electronics, keeping it at the cutting edge of air combat. Even today, in an age of stealth jets and autonomous drones, the F-16 remains a vital frontline asset. The latest versions, like the F-16V, are packed with technology that rivals many newer aircraft. The story of the F-16 is more than just a tale of engineering. It's a story of how challenging the status quo, learning from failure, and putting the human at the center of design can create something truly timeless. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes the greatest innovations come from building a machine, not just for the mission, but for the person who has to fly it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more.